Today, we're talking about something that happens to almost every stay-at-home mom, and almost nobody warned you it's coming. It's not the hard days, because that you expect. Not the tantrums, not the exhaustion, and certainly not the mess. It's the thing underneath all of that. The moment when you realize you've been running on empty for so long, you forgot what it feels like to feel full. When your patience is gone before 9 a.m., when the sound of your name being called one more time makes your whole body tense up, when you snap and then feel crushingly guilty, only to snap again. Somewhere in the back of your mind, a voice whispers, "What's wrong with me?" Sister, I need you to hear this today. You're not overreacting. You're not a bad mom. What's happening to you is real, and it has a name. Once you understand it, you can actually do something about it. Today, I am walking you through the hidden side of stay-at-home mom life that nobody puts in a brochure, why it hits you so hard, and the 3 things that you can do about it starting today. Are you tired of holding everything together, feeling like you have to do it all alone, and want simple steps to feel supported? Do you want to have guiltless rest and finally feel like yourself? You're in the right place. Hey sis, I'm Dorcas, a Christian, a life coach, a called mom, and your safe place to be seen. I learned the secret to rediscovering my identity and feeling like me again through small, intentional shifts that brought clarity and confidence back into my life. If you're ready to stop feeling like you've lost yourself in motherhood, be confident again. So whether you're listening while a child quietly destroys something in the next room, or you're hiding in your car in the driveway just to squeeze 5 more minutes before you have to go inside, sister, let's have a little chat. Before we get started, if you've been feeling like you're doing this season alone and just need someone who gets it, I want to invite you into my free email community. It is a space built specifically for Christian stay-at-home moms who are tired of feeling unseen and unsupported. Every week, I share encouragement, scripture, and practical tools to help you feel more grounded and more like yourself again. Because it's not about managing your home. It's about restoring your peace. Scripture reminds us that God is not a God of confusion or overwhelm, but of peace. Sometimes we just need help bringing that peace back into our everyday lives. My sweet sister, you don't have to keep doing this alone. Sign up for the email with the link in the show notes. I want to take you back to a moment I am not proud of. It was a regular afternoon. Nothing unusual, just a normal day, a normal motherhood day. I had been going since 6 a.m. One of my children always likes to be up first thing in the morning. Snacks and spills and questions and needs and interruptions, one right after the other, all day long. Then my kid asked me something. I really don't remember what it was, because it probably was something small, not something that was majorly important, but probably a reasonable question. And I lost it. Not yelling, because I don't typically yell at my kids, but I snapped hard. That impatient tone that cuts right through the room. You know what I'm talking about. I watched my child's face change and I immediately felt so guilty. And that guilt overcame me like a wave, nearly drowning me. I remember standing in the corner of my kitchen, hanging out, trying not to let my kids see my face. And I just thought, how could I do that again? And why can I just not hold this together? So many other moms seem not to be struggling with this. What is wrong with me? For a long time, I carried that question like it was evidence of something being broken inside of me. Here's what I didn't know then. I wasn't broken. I was overstimulated. I was depleted. I was carrying an invisible load that had been building for months with no release valve. Nobody had ever told me this was a thing. Nobody warned me that being a stay-at-home mom, even though it was a beautiful and meaningful season in my life, it actually wrecked my nervous system most of the time. Nobody handed me a guide that said, here's what happens when everything goes apart and you can't get it back together, where you have a full day, no breaks, going from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and here's what you do about it. Yeah, that never happened. I would have loved that in that time. How about you, sis? Can you relate to that? Can you relate to a moment where you just snapped at your child, not because you were that upset with them, but you were just done? And worst of all, can you relate to the face your child made when you did it? So here are the 3 things I would have loved someone to have told me so that I would have avoided hitting the wall. Number 1, recognizing what's actually happening in your body. What most moms experience and never have a name for is the nervous system overload. Your brain and body can only process so much input before it hits capacity. Noise, touching, questions, decisions, interruptions, emotional labor, mental load, all of this counts and all of it adds up. When your system hits its limit, you don't get a gentle warning. You get irritable. You get snappy. Your mood is shifting and the urge to disappear just bubbles up. Your nervous system is not being dramatic. It is doing exactly what it was designed to do, signaling that it has taken in more than it can comfortably handle. This is not a character flaw. This is biology. Stay-at-home mom life, stay-at-home mom responsibilities with the constant noise, the constant contact, the constant needing of something. It is one of the most overstimulating environments any woman can be in. So let's start to notice the early warning signs. Before you hit the wall, before your body goes crazy and you get snappy, let's just pause and notice what is happening to your body before you hit that point. Maybe you're the kind of person that your shoulders start to creep up to your ears. Maybe you are the kind of woman that you have answers, but they're short, quick sentences. Maybe you feel tightness in your chest, or maybe you just start feeling like everything around you is much louder than it actually is. What I would love for you to do is take a moment and just notice what is physically happening in your body when you start feeling this overwhelm creeping in. And I want you to write those things down. Write down at least the top 3. If there's more, then write all the mores, okay? I would want you to be able to write them so that you can see and recognize, or at least start to begin recognizing the physical things that are occurring in your body. Catching it early gives you a chance to respond instead of reacting. All right, here's the next one. Give your system what it's actually asking for. When you're overstimulated, your nervous system doesn't need you to push through. It needs less input. Most moms try to muscle through the overwhelm. They keep going, they stay patient, they don't snap, they handle it. But then they push so hard into the overload that their system just breaks down. You, my dear sweet sister, do not need to be strong like that. It is okay to ask for relief. It is okay for you to realize that you're getting to the point that you are about to have a snap moment and start building a quick reset you can actually use in real life. Now, I get it. I think a great quick reset would be going to the day spa. But we're stay-at-home moms. So even if it's ideal to maybe have an hour alone, this is also something that sounds fantastic. But again, you really think our kids are going to leave us alone for 1 hour? Yeah, not likely. So we got to find something real, something tangible. So I'm going to give you a few things that you can try and see which one of these just works out best for your life. You can step into another room and try to be in there for 60 seconds. While you're in there, you can take some slow, deep breaths, releasing the air through your mouth as slowly as you can control it. This actually really calms your body down very quickly, in fact. But this is definitely an option that you can do quickly, and it doesn't take a lot of time to do. You can also step outside and let the sun just hit your face for 1 minute. There is something about being outside in God's beautiful creation where you just stand for a moment with your eyes closed and just let the sun sit on your face for a little bit. It is a great reset for you, and what better way to do it than to be outside in God's beautiful creation? You can lower the background noise. Sometimes the TV is a little louder than it just needs to be. And sometimes you just need to step away for a few moments while the kids are watching something or they're engaged in whatever their activity is. But any of these steps are going to pull you away just long enough to get yourself calm, get yourself clear, and keep you from hitting that wall. Even 90-second pause gives your nervous system a chance to come down. And I get it. Sometimes moving away from your kids and trying to get that moment to come down in your nervous system is just really, really challenging. So if you have to lock yourself in the bathroom and breathe into your hands, you know what, sister? That's going to count as self-care in this season. All right, last but certainly not least, replace the shame with truth. The moment after you snap or cry or just completely fall apart, it is the most dangerous moment for you. Not because of what happened, but because of the story that you tell yourself about what happened. Because shame never fails to show up. It doesn't help you feel better. It helps you feel so much worse. It depletes you further, which in turn makes the next hard moment even harder to handle. The voice that says, "What's wrong with me?" is lying to you. You need something stronger than willpower to fight. You need truth, specifically God's truth. Psalms 139:23. Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. This verse is beautiful as it allows you to pray this to God, to search your heart and your mind, and not to trust in other things, and to honor Him, not to give in to the anxiety, not to give in to the what is wrong with me or the shame, but to have a version of you that is surrendered to God, not perfect, truly surrendering to Him. He is not disappointed in you. He is with you. After a hard moment, before the spiraling starts, say this out loud. I am not a bad mom. I am an overwhelmed mom. There is a difference. Take one small reset action. Go outside, do the deep, slow breathing, get a bathroom break if you have to, just to give your body what it needs to keep going. You are not broken. You are human. You are doing something incredibly difficult, and I want you to honor that. So today, if you've been wondering what is wrong with you, if you've been carrying guilt over the moments where you lost it, the patient you couldn't find, and the mom you wanted to be and couldn't be, I want you to remember this. First, recognize the signs. Your body gives you warnings before the breaking point. Learn them. Second, give your system what it's asking for. Not pushing through, but doing less. Less input. Even 90 seconds counts. And third, replace the shame with truth. God's truth. You are not a bad mom. You are an overwhelmed mom. God is not disappointed in you. You are not overreacting. You are carrying something real, and you deserve support, not shame. Start there. Hey mama, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share it with a friend who is deep in the chaos and could use it today? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Remember, you are my inspiration, so your review lets me know I'm blessing you. Don't forget, set up automatic downloads so you'll never miss an episode. Alrighty, I'm off to dance to the exit music, top off my iced coffee, and pretend I didn't just hear, "Where's Mom?" being yelled from the other room. I'll meet you soon for another episode. Bye, beautiful.